Namaste, or welcome to the Swayam Prabha course, channel 14 learners. This is the course 5, that is Management of Library and Information Center under the discipline of Masters of Library and Information Science. I am the course coordinator, Professor Arun Kumar Chakravarti of Department of Library and Information Science, Netaji Subhash Open University, Kolkata. I will talk on this. I am also the SMEs means subject matter expert on this particular unit or topic, that is called Human Resource Management Module 3. Under this, I will talk on managerial quality, leadership, delegation and motivation. So, lectures of what I talk, that this I will be guiding you through this journey along with many experts in the field. So by the end of this unit 28, I hope that this managerial quality, leadership, delegation and motivation, learners will understand the importance of management quality and in application in libraries and information center. So we discuss the concepts of these segments, identify. At the end of this, we will discuss the concept of management, identify the roles of the manager, explain the functions of management, differentiate between the management and administrative, identify the characteristics of management. So the characteristics of management is that management is a goal oriented. Any management, you have to have a goal orient. Without goal orientation, there is no management. So management is interdisciplinary. It's both science and arts. Management involves the decision making. Management involves leading people and group activity. We have to think. Then motivation matters. If the management, we have to know that how we can motivate occurs in the personal level. In the personal level, you have to motivate the people. So not any group of, that's what motivates one person does not necessarily motivate another. It's always that one's motivation is not applicable to another one. According to the research and papers of leadership, the top motivations for employees are the trust feeling and trust, because if we do not have a trust on the particular leadership, then the employees will be not able to do the job. Trust, feelings of contribution and empathy. Money is not always a motivator. It is a stimulator. You have to remember that money is not a motivator, it is a stimulator. Because today money is there, next day you will find that cost index has gone up. This money is nothing else. So look at this way. If we give the work and raise today, that what will be their salary, the person be looking for the 3 or 6 months from now. In the short term, performance improves, but motivating a worker to do right thing as a continuous process. So friends, I believe that trust is the best motivator. And if I trust my boss to have my back, I will be more inclined to support him or her. If I do not trust my boss, then it is difficult to go above and beyond the minimal efforts. So friends, in this unit 28, managerial quality and leadership designations and motivation, so learner's outcome, then I have given the characteristics of management, then interaction, objective, learners of a key component, planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, the role of effective managers, definition of the leadership, strong leadership to learn from, contemporary requirements, leadership appreciation, definition leaderships, improve leadership, leadership in the modern. So all these things I have considered, and you will see, you will enjoy the course. So in the previous unit, we have discussed the characteristics of management, functions management, and roles of a manager. In this unit 28, we will be looking leadership from the various other angles. So importance of the management is a managerial quality leadership, delegation, and motivation in library and information science. So the quality of management of leadership is that organizing of plays a big role. So organizing a big role is that improve the, in this unit 28 we shall be looking at leadership from various angles. Importance of the management, managerial quality, and then leadership, delegation of this power of that one. So delegation and motivation of this leadership. So the quality of leadership in any organization play a big role in determining the success rate of an organization. So leadership is very, very important in any organization because it determines performance. We shall see different ways leaders can influence their followers to attain organization goals. What are the objectives? At the end of this unit, you should be able to define the leadership, explain the different approaches to leadership, discuss the various leadership styles, distinguish between the transactions and the transformational leaders, interpret the application of the leadership theories in the library and information areas. We should discuss the Indian scenario of the leadership. We have discussed the choose of appropriate leadership. So this one objective is to that understand the concept and managerial quality and improvement in the library, to learn about the different leadership styles, to understand the delegation process and its benefits, to learn about the motivation theories and thoughts. So define the management learner's outcome will be different management quality and their key features, identify the different leadership styles and their advantages and disadvantages, and explain the motivation, explain the delegation of process and its benefit. So describe the motivational theories and their applications in the library. So friends, what are the key features of the managerial quality? Because managerial quality should be definition of the managerial quality, key features, planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and importance in the library area. So what is the definition and importance? The key aspects is that setting SMART. What is a SMART? Once we start with the SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals. So these are the concepts which we see that what is the SMART of kind of things. Conducting SWOT, what is the strength, what is the weakness, what is the opportunities, what is the threat analysis. Developing a strategies plans and action plans. Establishing a key to performance indicator. Then key function, the strategic definition. Staffing involves the recruiting of the selecting, training and developing employees to achieve the organization. Importance of the staffing helps. Key aspects requiring and soliciting employees. Providing, because the employees are the most key persons. If we are not recruiting the right person, how we will get the right work? Providing training and development opportunities, conducting performance evaluation and providing feedback, building a positive and inclusive work culture. Key features of the managerial quality or directing. So, definition is that directing involves the guiding and influencing the materials. The importance, directing helps managers to motivate employees and build trust and create a positive work environment. What are the key aspects? Providing clear instruction and guidance. We have to set the goals, expectation goals. You have to provide the feedback. You have to provide the feedback, and then empowering the information of this one. Key features of management and this one, the establishing performance, taking the fees. The role of the effective managers are categorized in that interpersonal, informational, and decision making. Interpersonal roles is meant that figurehead, they represent the organization in formal gatherings because he is a leader. Leader, what is leader? Leader, this involves building a team, coaching the members, motivating them, and developing strong relationship with members of the team. And then, friends, liaison. The liaise with the other organizations. The aim is for information gathering and assistance. The roles of the effective managers is that informational roles. What information roles is that? He has to monitor, they seek information regarding issues that affect the organization. This includes the internal as well as the external information. Disseminator, after receiving any important information, either from internal or external sources, they disseminate it within their organization. What is the spokesperson? They represent their organization and providing information about the organization to the outsider. Role of the effective managers, decision roles. You have to be entrepreneur. They act as the initiator, designer, and also an encourage of innovation and change. Disturbance handler. Disturbance handler is the most important key word for the library professionals. They make the corrective actions when the organization faces the unexpected difficulties which impact in the nature. Resources allocation. They are responsible for the optimum allocation of the resources like time, equipment, funds, and also human resources. The material also is included in the resources. Negotiated. They represent the organization in a negotiation that affects the manager's scope of responsibility. So, definition of the leadership. Defining leadership should not be assumed to be management. They are both different concepts. However, there is a leadership in management. But they can also be leadership without an organized structure. For managers to exist, there must be organized structure with roles, and for leadership to exist, there must be a followers. Well, in which Kunz said that in 2010, people must be willing to follow a leader, and this happens when a leader is able to get them motivated. So, if the leader is not getting them motivated, they cannot do that. So, several authors have defined the leadership in different way. Harry Thumang, in which is Kunz and Cambridge 2010 define leadership is the ability to get the man or woman do what they don't like to do and like it. Whatever they don't like it to do, you have to make them to like it. So that is the leadership. Leadership is the act of influencing people such that they are enthusiastically willing to work with the confidence and zeal towards the group goals. That's called Whitwick's Kunz and Cannon shades. Leaders facilitate progress by inspiring people to achieve the organization goals. For instance, the performance of the library, which is a joint effort of the various sections of the library, depends on the library of the university librarian. So, strong leaders to learn from. The leaders, famous examples that Martin Luther King Jr. What he said is vision for better world in leading civil rights change. He also demonstrated the confidence in his beliefs and the communication skills to inspire others to follow and enact these ideas. What Steve Jobs says that he is credited with the dreaming big and inspiring others to do the same. His strength was in communicating his passion and his decisiveness. He is also known for being a tough taskmaster, but his demand for excellence prompted people to improve their performance. What Winston Churchill said, that served twice as a prime minister of the United Kingdom in 1944-45 and 51-55. What he used to know that he was known for his communication skill. During the World War II, he embodied the resistance, the strong leadership to learn from. Oprah Winfrey, best known for the talk show, is also a CEO of the Influence Leader. Her success also demonstrates the need for communication skills, adaptability, and resilience. World dimension Disney, his strength was communicating of what you call communicating his version and empowering others to play a clear role. He delegated and gave people opportunities to enhance their skill. What Mary Kay and Associate, the founder of the Cosmetic Prayers, encouraged her people not to limit themselves. So, competency requirement for effective leadership. What are the competency requirement for the effective leadership? From the various determinants of says that leaders given main from effectively use of power, understanding the different motivation force for different individual, ability to inspire others, ability to create conducive environment that is motivating to work, power which is the ability to influence and encourage other peoples in achieving organization goal is a major ingredient of a leadership. From the various definitions of leadership given, some of the basic ingredients stand out: effective use of power, understanding the different motivating force for different individuals, ability to inspire others, ability to create conducive environment, and power which is ability to influence and encourage other people to achieving the organizational goal, and it is a major ingredient for leadership. The early approach to leadership was the leadership traits, also known as great man effort theory. Olubin says 2013, which was propagated and the prior to 1949. At this time, leaders were also said to be born out, not made. Leaders we used to say that leaders were to be born, not made, meaning that once you see a leader, you will be identifying him based on his traits, which he was born with. And scholars like Ralph Stolwitz and Ulrich Kunz, Canny, etc., says that freelance 2021 identified some traits, some physical. What are the different traits? Physical traits. Examples are appearance, height, energy, etc. What is your energy level? If the leader is not having energy level, the people will not be attracted on that. Intelligence and ability to trade. Then personality trait examples are adaptability, enthusiasm, aggressiveness, and self-confidence. Task-related characteristics examples are initiative, persistence, and achievement drive. Then social characteristics, cooperativeness, interpersonal skill, administrative ability. The drive examples are tenacity, achievements, energy, motivation, ambitions, and led into the seek power of honesty. So leadership is based on the file of this process of influencing, motivating, and empowering individuals of team to achieve a shared vision or goal. In this context of LIS, leadership involves guiding and directing library staff, stakeholders, and communities to achieve the library's mission and objectives. So, importance of the leadership in LIS, you should have a effective leadership is crucial in LIS for several reasons. You have to have visionary direction. Leaders provide a clear vision and direction for the library, aligning it with the needs of the community and the stakeholders. Change management. Libraries are constantly evolving, and leaders must be able to navigate and manage change, ensuring that the library remains relevant and effective. Staff motivation and development. Libraries leaders inspire the motivation library staff, fostering positive work environment and supporting their professional developments. Community engagement. Leaders build relationship with the community stakeholders, partners, promoting the library advocacy needs. So there are styles, different styles of necessary leadership styles. Transformational leaderships. What is the transformational leadership? Is that focus on inspiring and empowering the staff to achieve the shared vision. Translational leadership is emphasize the exchange of between the leaders and the followers. Servant leadership prioritize the need of the staff and stakeholders, focusing on building trust and fostering positive work. Collaborative leadership, it encourages the participants and collaboration among the staff, stakeholders, and the community holder. So effective leadership in allies, we should talk about that. It processes certain key characteristics. Strong communication skill is a very important. Ability to communicate clearly and effectively and diversely, this one. Strategic thinking, ability to think critically and strategically, aligning the library's goals and the needs of the community. Emotional intelligence, ability to understand and manage one's own emotions as well as those of others. Collaborative mindset, ability to build partnership and collaborative with the diverse stakeholders. Adaptability and flexibility, ability to navigate change and uncertainty, adapting to the new circumstances and challenges. Leadership in the challenges and the allies. Leaders, rapid technological changes, every day is changing, keeping pace with the emerging technologies and their impact on the library services. Shifting the courage of community needs, budget constraints, managing limited resources and budget. That is a very important. Staff development and retention. Attracting and developing and retaining skilled and motivated library staff is a very important. The best practices in effective leadership, what should be? To be effective leaders in the allies, we should have a stay current with the trends and best practices. Engage in ongoing professional development and stay informed about the emerging and best practices. So, fostering a positive work environment, build strong relationship with the stakeholders, develop a partnership with the community members, emphasize the user-centered service, focus on delivering of the services that needs expectation of the library users, evaluate and assess the library services, regular evaluation of access library services, ensure that they are effective and mentioning community needs. Delegation is the process of assigning tasks and responsibilities and authority to the subordinate or team member. The allies delegation is essential for effective management as it enables the library managers to prioritize the task, develop the staff skills and improve productivity. So if we do not delegate the power, we will not get the assignments. So assigning the task, clearly define the task, responsibility, providing the authority. If you do not give the responsibility and by not giving the authority, there is no work. Monitoring the progress, you have to regular monitoring, checking your progress, providing feedback so that this adjustment is needed. Delegation offers of numerous benefits in allies, increase employees development, better decision making. Delegation encourages to make the various good decision making. So benefits of delegation: improve moral. This also improve the moral of the persons. Delegation demonstrates the moral of the persons more on satisfactory. Enhance the customer services. It also enhances the customer services of this one. Then effective management in allies. Clearly, the to delegate effectively, you have to lead out, clearly communicate your expectation. You should provide the necessary resources, ensures that they have necessary resources. Establish a deadline and milestones until unless you do is monitor the progress. Monitor and provide the feedback. To monitor and then provide feedback. Recognize and reward access. If you do not acknowledge and reward staff, their achievements and contribution will not get the things done. Common delegation mistakes in allies. What we do in that is that insufficient communication. Sometimes we are giving the communication gap, failing to clearly communicate our expectation, task or deadlines. Lack of trust. If you do not have a trust with the librarian or library staff, this will make you see. Inadequate resources. Sometimes failing to have inadequate necessary resources, training and support. Micromanaging is very important because staff autonomy to complete the task or because he has to decide immediately. Inadequate feedback, if the adequate feedback is not given, this one will not do. Then effective process of delegation is honesty. To succeed in the process of delegation, managers, it must be honesty. The quality may be not perceived as honest, but truly honest, not perceived as honest. It should be a quality. Quality of the honesty is the foundation for the trust. It is the basis for building and communication that will frame the delegation. Teacher, to be effective delegation, a manager must be a teacher. A teacher must know how to effectively communicate concepts and ideas in understandable languages using methods that are provide the work. Then comparison, a manager requires the quality. Comparison manager, self-control, expectant. And these are the things. Effective. Listening well, you should have a listening capacity. Then the knowledgeable, if we do not have a knowledge, we will not be able to do the leaderships. Quality of ethics. Managers who are successful demonstrate ethics is simply the standard of a person as a rightness and wrongness. And then it is the simple at all. It is not a simple at all. Tolerance of the managers. He or she has to be very tolerant about the listening. Motivation should be there, and then boosting the motivation and commitment. Motivation and engaged employees are often commitment. Developing skills and autonomy. Delegating tasks allows employees to improve their skills. Optimizing the time and resources. You have to make the optimization of the time and resources. Stimulation of the creativity, innovation, building this one. Boosting and motivation. Developing skills and autonomy. What are the advantages of these? Optimizing time resources means you have to create time resources. Stimulating and creative. Building trust and the team cohesion. So building trust and cohesion is important. Now friends, what I should tell you that to implement, if you want to implement the management TQM in the librarian should adopt Kaizen theory that lead to the continuous improvement of the subjects. So he should focus on user expectation. He should keep in mind the aim of the Dr. Ranganathan's lectures of that research executive. Librarian should be developed, user focused. Librarian must be developed, good communication skill, training for these positions. All these things are there. So motivations of driving force, motivation, meaning and definitions, these are the conclusion of things we have to do of quality control and managerial theory. The management theory of this motivation is that the motivation of PC, motivation, meaning and definition. What is the motivation meaning? We have discussed. According to the defined the motivation is the complex of force stating the keeping the persons. Delegation is an effective tool for increasing the both output and quality. So managers has to find out what is the motivation and delegation. So motivation and delegation is a completely different, and the motivation, if we make a motivation and if a delegation is completely different. Several motivation theories can be applied. That's a Maslow's hierarchical needs, psychological needs, safety needs, love and belonging needs, the social relationship, teamwork, esteem needs, recognition, respect and opportunities, self-authorization needs, realizing one's full potential pursuing. Heidelberg's two factors theory, hygiene factor, basic needs such as salary, job security and working condition, motivation factors, McConnell's acquiring need theory, need for achieving, so need for power. So application of the motivation theories in libraries, in the providing opportunities for growth and development. We should develop recognizing the employee's achievement, knowledge and for the staff, creating a positive work environment, empowering the staff, providing feedback, that is the important part of this, promoting the work culture, celebrating the milestones. Benefits of the motivation: improved staff retention, you will get retentions, enhanced repetitions. Summary and key concept is that the managerial quality is essential for effective library management involving planning, staffing. Then the leadership. Leadership is crucial for guiding and directing library staff stakeholders. So delegation involves the assigning tasks, authority, monitoring progress, enabling the library managers to prioritize the task, develop. Motivation is a drive, staff behavior, directing efforts, involving the application, Maslow's theory, and then improvement, managerial, effective service delivery, staff development, organizational success, relevance, and the sustainability. These are the, so I can conclude saying that this lecture has explored essential components of the managerial quality of executives, and managerial quality is that we have discussed the importance of these concepts in developing high quality library services. So by applying the concepts of this managerial quality, leadership, delegation, and motivation, you can become a more effective and successful library managers. So what are the key takeaway for you? The managerial quality is essential for effective library management. Leadership is critical for guiding and directing library staff and stakeholders and the communities. Delegation is necessary for prioritizing tasks. Motivation is vital for driving the staff behavior and the achieving organizational goals. So, friends, what are the? I'm giving you suggestions that further develop your understanding these concept. I suggest you should be good in reading habits, explore the relevant literature and managerial quality leadership, delegation for motivation in LIS. You should see the case studies, because if you read some case studies, analyze the case studies of successful library management, leadership, and motivation, you will learn quite a lot kind of things. Then professional development, attend workshop, conferences, timings, and etc. scheme. I have also discussed there are so many short questions, and then these short questions really will help you to know the different concept. If you go through the short questions, this will help you to achieve the credit course exams, also for any of the net set exams, or if you are going for a competitive exams, that also will help you. And these course questions also mind you to know other things applied. And friends, I have also given many MCQ questions, which these MCQ questions will help you to know appear for exam. Same kind of objective is there for MCQs. I think that will be. And you know that any lecture we should always organize, collect, and disseminate. That means I have collected and collated, and I am disseminating this information. So these are the information is a culminated reports from the different resources I have taken off, and I am acknowledging them. I am thankful to all the course coordinators who have done these courses of. And then you also go through to know details, you can go through this and learn about this. That's my objective, friends. I hope this will gain you. Unit 28 will give you more strength. Thank you very much. Namaskar.